Dara.
There's loads of these. Berlin with the Bear, I thought, had a great 15 minutes in the sun. 50 minutes in the sun.
Do you see the bit? No, not the bit Usain Bolt. That's not the best bit.
Where he carried the and ran into a hurdle and dropped her. Fantastic. And she's like trying to smile because that's the game, but actually checking her feet for injuries. No, Berlin with the Bear was great. Jordan Crawford was the American student who dunked LeBron James when they're throwing the ball around, and Nike grabbed all the footage away. Genuinely a cameo. Phil Taylor in Coronation Street. Phil Taylor turned up on a darts
what type of knowledge is that?
On Coronation Street, and he's just like, and you would watch it and you going, hang on, what the hell is that? Phil Taylor in playing darts in a kind of a. It was part of a plot line they had to play against the darts team. But probably the most outstanding cameo, and no one remembers her name, is the large-breasted woman watching Andy Murray on that the match where they were playing, where it was a tea time game, where they put the roof up, and the BBC camera crew kept going back in slow-mo to this woman who kept jumping up, and basically all of her bits moving independently of each other in high def and slow motion, and it shifted.
And red button was on interactive.
It would shift television like you wouldn't believe during the summer, and that was an astonishing piece of cameo.
I've got it on my phone.
Her name's Debbie Abbott, by the way.
Okay, great.
Susan Chislehurst.
Jim perplexed as he.
First of all, is Dara O'Brien Google? Like, how does this guy know everything?
You must have known.
I don't remember LeBron James being dumped on in a set of tits at something. I don't know how
how many of those wee bottles of whiskey have you had so far, Jim?
Well, no, only one's vodka.
One's vodka, sorry.
I'm going to go for, coming out of the year, I'm going to go any level of skill from any Australian team in any sport. Has been
pretty bad.
It used to be our one thing that we could go at people like, well, we're the best in the world at everything.
Yeah.
We just got beaten by Scotland in the rugby. Do you know how painful that is? Like, the Ashes I can handle, but Scotland, when our soccer team becomes our best team, that's a sorry. All we have left, Australia, left is a good standard of living and a high dollar. That's all we have. Apart from that, we have nothing.
It's nothing. That's nothing to be boasting about.
All right. So yesterday, earlier this month, Tiger Woods pulled out of his own golf tournament due to a bit of trouble he had at home. I want to know when you've missed out on a sporting occasion for domestic reasons. I don't know much about John's domestic life. Let's have it.
Well, I've got the misfortune of getting married in May and having a child that was born in May. And I just need to say there's been a number of occasions. I mean, I've got one child that's also born in March and one that's in August, and they're fine, them. They don't really get in the way, them two. But May's coming to the business end of the season, and I would love to be able to say it was that instance and it was that instance. He's now 11. There's been numerous times, to be honest, where he's got in the way of things. There's been the odd FA Cup semi-final. There was the odd Champions League game that I don't resent it, obviously, because I love him and he's an important part of my life. I had to say that in case he was listening.
Did you not work back to the conception? It's kind of your fault, isn't it, that you impregnated your wife 9 months before the Champions League slot?
Hey, it's not my fault. I'm a good shot.
And who could deny a man a point for such an answer? Dara.
Not dissimilar, to be honest, although the child in question is much, much younger, and I can be even more specific about what I've missed because of not being able to organise childcare in time. To wit, the away leg of the Celtic Arsenal, the match in Celtic Park, which Frankie Boyle offered me a ticket for, and I would have intrigued to go into a game with Frankie. The France-Ireland game in Stade de France, that became something of a story. Couldn't get childcare for that one either. And then my answer for this year's All-Ireland final, All-Ireland hurling final, which was an absolute classic. After it was Kilkenny winning the 4 in a row, and it was a ding-dong battle, and there's a contentious penalty at the end, and while it was on, I was in a soft play area in Hounslow, and the child will never know. I can say she won't be listening to this either. She will never know that I missed a classic game of hurling because instead I was watching her on a bouncy castle kick other children in the head, and that was the end.
I would just like to say that all northern men listening to this are currently thinking, What's your missus doing, Dara? Put the pants on in the house, get here looking after the kid and get to the match. I'm saying that from a northern man's point of view, even though I've done exactly the same thing.
Just to defend her on it, she was actually working. She wasn't sitting at home smoking Rotmans and going, you take the kid. You take the kid, all right?
Well, if you let your wife work, Dara. You made a rod for your own back, son.
Okay, Bob.
Funnily enough, I was desperately trying to think of this, and I've been very lucky because I'm married into a family of gooners. They're all football men, and so there's always been the understanding that it's not, oh, what, you're going out to the football? It's because she goes to the football, the brothers go to the football. It's never been a problem.
Perfect.
So mine is actually the other way round, and I'm going to do it. I don't care. It's Boxing Day. It's not Boxing Day now, but it will Boxing Day. I don't think any of my family live. My nan lived till 101. That's a damn good age, right? That's a good age. And I saw her a lot, right? So when she died...
She didn't have the weight problem?
No. When she died...
Oh no, Jeff.
That's harsh.
She lived till 101. And when she died, it was a very sad time, but it wasn't, oh, this is the end of the world, is it? When someone at that age?
Not at that age. No.
So the family were quite happy with the fact that I didn't go to the funeral, because the first thing you got to do is earn money for your family, and I was working. I had an important job I had to do, and I couldn't make the funeral. I was watching Orient play Tottenham in a pre-season friendly.
Love it. Jim.
Look, I haven't really missed any sporting things because of domestic problems.
Good on
I'm
you.
sick and tired of listening to these three men whinge about family and wives and having to see his child on a bouncy castle. I live alone, just having sex with random girls in Hollywood. You have no idea how hard my life is.
Yeah.
You have the joy of children in your life. How dare you come in here? You can get sick of porn stars after a while. They're vacuous. It's horrible.
Yeah, you just broke a few hearts then, I tell you.
Scores and fighting talk then after that. Jim, you're coming back into it, son. I wouldn't hold much hope, but 42 points for you as it stands at the moment. The Bishop has dropped down now to third place since you stopped attacking Dara's Irishness. You're on 46 and a joint lead for Bob and Dara on 47 as it stands at the moment. It's your Boxing Day fighting talk. Now, any other business for the panel is very close, so anyone could make our Boxing Day defend the indefensible. So anything that's been on your mind, Christmas usually a time where people get very irate. Let's do it in reverse order. So Jim, you need to, really about 20 points here.
Okay, this is, you say outside the world of sport, and I think for British people it is, but I've become obsessed with baseball, and it's a really, really good sport. And you know what's great about it? They play 180-something games in a season. And so you can sit there, and if you lose, you go, that's okay. See, think of it this way. If there's that many games in this season, Liverpool and Arsenal would still be in it. They'd still be competing. Yeah. So it's tremendous. You can and they play 5 nights a week. You can go on a Monday, and then in between the songs, you sing in between the games, you sing the songs.
3 strikes, you're right.
And you go on Elvis Day. They have Bat Day, where they give everyone who comes a baseball bat. Imagine doing that at a Premier League game. Everyone gets a baseball bat. It's a tremendous sport.
And it's a great sport for people with one big hand. In this country, if you've got one big hand, people are against you. But over there, no, come and play with us, son.
All your life, people made fun of you.
But look, you belong here.
My one big hand is getting very cold. I've got a glove for you.
Come on, Jeremy, you can play with us.
All right, who's next, John?
Twitter. I've entered this world of Twitter because someone told me I should enter this world of Twitter. It's not a world for anyone who's paranoid, because all of a sudden you're getting followed by people you don't know, and you're following people you don't know. But what's the most embarrassing thing is, as a man in his 40s, I regularly turn round to my mate and say, have you done a tweet today? No man of a certain age should say that word unless you're cottaging. It's not what we should be doing.